38 days until round one of the Repco Supercars Championship kicking off. And today, I wanted to ask you about your thoughts about Aerogate. It dropped about a week ago from Speed Cafe, and they ran this this article here, which was covering comments made by Nic Wirth from Wirth Research on the Hard Compound podcast or YouTube channel, where he was interviewed about his involvement with designing the package for the ZB. And basically what he said was he uncovered this opportunity where there was a controlled part from supercars. So when doing the testing, it would run a control part from supercars. And then when you actually moved it into race trim, there was an opportunity to kind of manipulate and using a race part like from 888, where it would provide 2.5 times the downforce. Wirth claims that 888 were not aware of this bullshit. I just can't understand how they would not be aware of it. But in any case, that's his claim. And he sort of makes the claim that that they did this once they uncovered the process of what the testing, how the testing would be conducted versus what they would run in race trim. So then Whincup has responded pretty strong words in response, and his first shot was at Speed Cafe for effectively not reaching out for a comment or providing them the opportunity to provide some supporting evidence of perhaps that they weren't aware or that this wasn't the case, whatever the situation. But he had the first stab at Speed Cafe, which is probably a pretty fair comment where at least they should have tried to reach out. But then the follow-up response to Nic Wirth, he really took aim and distanced 888 from the claim. And he says, as you can see here, like that they'd never be associated with people or companies that contradicts the process that supercars go through for their testing. And, you know, he should never be welcomed back if he has done this, should never be welcomed back in the supercars pit lane again. He felt like he was important to address this so bluntly because 888 and their staff are not involved or have not tried to bypass any processes that supercars have done. So I guess with that, what are your thoughts on the situation about the testing? Jamie's response, why hasn't supercars made any statements about this? There's been, as usual, nothing. So, yeah, all right, we'll catch you tomorrow.